You say you back. More so, more so been a part of the platform for the past 3 years, guys. I cannot tell you, this journey has been an amazing experience, guys. I started when I was basically 18 years old, and we're going on 21 years old right now, but this has been a fantastic, amazing journey, guys. I wouldn't change anything at all. And for the individual that's under the sound of my voice that's wondering right now, whatever I'm up against or whatever I want to do, I want to walk off my job, I want to retire my mom, guys, all of that stuff is possible. Because if this vehicle could take an individual that's like myself, from the south side of Chicago, out the hood, that's coming from the bottom, working a job and things like that, into having a different lifestyle, it can do the same thing from you. What makes me different from you? Nothing. Nothing. Right? It's crazy. Because I actually said this earlier. I said this earlier. The only thing that separates somebody from you is exposure, like Shania just said. But this is the thing, what I actually thought about. See, you can make it to the top based off of who you are. See, check this out. Check this out. See, it's never the industry that you're in. It's always you. See, it's never the industry, or it's never what it is that you actually do. Um, it's always, as you get better, you automatically going to win. You can't lose no matter what, right? Because understand this, guys. The only thing that this vehicle that we in right now allows you to do is to grow into a better version of yourself. Understand this. You can only make it to the top based off of who you are. It's really you versus you. So the challenge is never what you do. That's the illusion. The illusion is not what you do. The thing is this: see, what you do grows you into a new version of yourselves, right? So understand this: if you great in one area, you're gonna be great in another. So that's what I'm saying, guys. It doesn't matter what you do. Your top is based off of who you are as a person. Where you at right now in business or anything, it's a reflection of who you are as a person currently, right? It doesn't matter what you do. Point blank, period. It's not the vehicle. It's you as a person, right? Determines your top. So if you're taking notes, you want to write that down. You as a person determines your top. Your ability to ascend based on who you are as a person. What you have right now, based on who you are as a person, is never about the vehicle. It's never about the amount of people who you attach to and things like that. That just came out of my spirit. I just thought I had to say it. But so this training is basically I'm gonna be basically touching up on, and this training is basically called separation season, right? So this is our I believe this is our first new era virtual lock-in. So we're gonna be locked in for the next hour to hour and a half. So again, if you can, put your phone on do not disturb. If you got prospects hitting you, things like that, just again, learning is way more important than that right now. So you guys can put your phone on do not disturb, because you do want to take notes. And what I'm gonna be actually doing for you all, I've been working on this for the past couple of days. Um, I'm gonna be downloading into you guys what's been downloaded into me, right? And I truly believe that if you take what it is that I'm actually mentioning, and apply it to your business. It don't matter where you are right now. You will begin to see different results in your business, and you will be able to move at a very professional level. Very professional level, and you will be way more something called effective, right? You want to write that word down, it's called effective, right? You will move with professionalism, and you will be able to actually move with way more effectiveness when it comes to your business, right? I hope that makes sense. If that makes sense, drop some 111s in the chat box if you understand what I'm actually talking about. Drop some 111s in the chat box if you understand what I'm actually talking about. Okay, cool. So with that being said, cool. It's a couple topics I want to actually talk about and break down. But with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. And guys, understand this. Understand this. So the topic that you want to go by and that you want to apply not only with yourself but with everybody else that's connected with you as well too, is something called equip season, right? So what I want to actually do is I want to equip you guys to go out there and achieve whatever rank, whatever position, whatever level of success you want to achieve, right? Because what you guys pick up here, you guys will be able to apply it any other area of life, right? So this is gonna help you equip you to where you want to go. right? And you don't want to think with the mindset like I already know it. You see what I'm saying? You want to always remain a student, right? It can be the same thing, but you can get a different revelation, a different revealed truth from it. I hope that makes sense. So cool. So the first thing first that I actually want to talk about, being an independent business owner, and I want you guys necessarily to look at yourself from this perspective. Understand this, guys. If you have a business, which you do have a business, you have to understand that you're creating a world within a world. I hope that makes sense. Meaning this, when you guys started with IM Academy, it said IBO and it said customer. So being that you are IBO, what that means is you're an independent business owner. See, this vehicle that we're in, it's a vehicle, it's like a motor, right? It's like a motor. And you are the driver. Like I said, it's a car. And you are the driver. And being that you are the driver, understand this is a real business. So if you take real business principles and you apply these real business principles and set your IBO, which is independent business owner, IBO up like a real business, it will pay you as a business. I hope that makes sense. Meaning this, you need to start looking at yourself uh like you have a company. Like you have a company because you do have a company, right? So knowing that if I have a company and I'm an independent business owner, I need to start thinking like a CEO. I need to start addressing like a CEO of my company instead of just it's not an opportunity. See, it's called an opportunity, but it's really a business, right? So I hope this making sense. So if I'm a CEO, I'm gonna think a certain way, move a certain way, show up a certain way, right? I want to be addressed a certain way if I'm a CEO of a company, of a Fortune 500 company, right? Because again, if you get this, I promise you, it's gonna change your perspective on how you actually on how you move. I promise you. So knowing that, with your company, I want to talk about something called the profit system. So with your company, knowing this, guys, customers are gonna come into your business. It's basically called an onboarding system. So knowing that you want to have something called a profit system. So what a profit system is, you have to have something that's very easy for customers to be able to come inside your company, inside your business. The average person, like if you could pick an average person off the street, they should be able to come in and see results easy. So what I want to actually do is, and the information that I'm getting is not only coming from myself, but it's coming from a group. It's coming from a group that made the most successful, like the most 6 and 7 figure earner millenniums, right, of our time currently right now. So what it is passed on information. We get the game to give the game. And if you understand it, you would pick up the game not knowing that it didn't come from me. It came from somebody else. And then it came from somebody else. Because no information is original. No information is original. I mean, no information is just brand new. Nothing is brand new. It's passed down. So with this profit system, I know we have one with HFX, but with this profit system, basically, it's basically getting paid, right? So, guys, your profit system has to be so easy. So when people come in, guys, you as a business owner, you have to make sure that you are earning income, because if you're not earning income in your own business and you sleeping on it, not leveraging the products, etc., your customers that's coming after you is gonna suffer as well too because of what you actually not doing. I hope that makes sense, right? This is not a job. This is a business. This is not a job. This is a business, right? So knowing that, I'm gonna show my screen with you guys. I'm gonna show my screen with you guys, and I want to break this down. Really, I want to break this down really fast. So check this out. You want to screenshot this. So when a person comes in, um, if they're doing HFX or if they're doing forex, this is the thing. I know you have. This is the thing. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. This is the thing. Yes, I know we have a compound plan. I know we follow a compound plan, but what do 95% of people come in and do? They come in and they want to make money. They want to walk off their job to make money. Yes, I know you can follow the compound plan. 1,000%, not a problem at all. But you're dealing with the average person. 95% of people work a job. They want to make money. And this is the thing. They're not going to really invest their time and energy into your business, into you, and give you their full attention until they actually making currency. They want to make some moolah. You can tell them all this percentages you want, which is not a problem at all. But at the end of the day, money speaks louder than percentages at the end of the day. And right now, if you want them to sustain long term into your business, right, and to be way more effective, if you are building your business, they gotta make money. So check this out, right? Because not everybody gonna follow the percentage. Some will, others won't, right? So you got to be able to actually cater to both. So this is the thing. you want to you want to screenshot this. You want to write this down. If a person's earning $20 a day, you got to put this in perspective for for customers that's coming into your business. If individuals are earning $20 a day, that's approximately $600 for the month. That's $7,200 for the year. You got to put this in perspective for them so they can write it down. If an individual earning $50 a day, that's approximately $1,500 for the month. That's $18,000 for the year, right? If you're earning $100 a day, that's approximately $3,000 for the month. That's $36,000 a year. Guys, it's that simple. So I say this from the perspective of, if Matthew Thayer, if he's risking X amount of income, $100,000 on the trade, 10K on the trade, I would be okay risking $50 on the trade, $20 on the trade, because he's confident in doing that. Why would an expert like himself be risking that much money on his live account if he's not certain that it's going to go in that direction? I'm saying this from the perspective of, guys, this is going to be a way more effective way in a different thinking process for you to get your people paid out, because they want to make money. They want to make money. So it's okay for them to do that, because this is the thing. Nothing's wrong with following the percentages, but it's another way to be more effective so your people can start having way more withdrawals. Because if they earning if they earning $50 a day, times out by 5 trading days, that's $250 for the week. So even by the end of the week, you help them make $100 withdrawal, or the next day they're still making withdrawals. This is going to help boost the withdrawal process for people to actually make withdrawals. Guys, we all know that the average person that comes in, people don't have patience and discipline to compound. Not a lot of people. I'm just being honest, not being transparent. But they do want to make money. If they're making money, that's what's going to get them to, run. At the end of the day, it don't matter how good you are at trading. This is gonna help you make withdrawals. So I have to put that in perspective, right? Another. Cool. Another. So if a person is doing HFX, you want to write this down. The simple products that they want to leverage for HFX is Cash Trap and Go Live. Cash Trap and Go Live. Cash Trap, which is Hourglass, and Go Live if they're doing HFX. Matthew Thayer and Millie Mills. My confidence grows when I step outside my comfort zone. So if they're doing FRX package, Forex, they want to leverage the apps Steady and DeLorean, and also Swipecoin. DeLorean, Steady, and Swipecoin, and also Go Live. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's for Forex. I'm sorry. DeLorean and Steady for Forex. Guys, the Steady app. The Steady app is so very simplistic. Starboy is I've been taking his trades all week. He's been hitting all week. He hasn't lost a trade as of yet. Also, Swipecoin. If they're doing DCX and cryptocurrency, you want to get them to leverage Swipecoin. And also, yeah, Swipecoin. I say this from the perspective of, guys, these apps these products is what's going to help get your customers paid. But again, even if they earn $20 a day, they know how much that is for a month. If they earn $50 a day, they know how much that is for the month. $100 a day, they know what that is for the month. You see how it goes? It's like peanut butter and jelly, right? I'm using the products, but I know my outcome is going to be by the end of the month and for the day and for the week, based on the projections of this. I hope that making sense. This is what's going to boost the withdrawals in your business, right? Way more effective. If they're doing Go Live for HFX, you got Matthew Thayer, you got Millie Mills, you got D.O. Woods. You need to know this for HFX, not just HFX, right? If you're doing Forex, they got Kim Torres and they got Lano Bands. If they're doing FRX, and if they're doing DCX and they want to get on Go Live, they have Picasso. You want to write that down. So now you have 3 systems. You have 3 profit systems. Imagine you're talking to the average mind. They need Go Live and they need these type of products. So I just gave you guys 3 ways for you to actually get your people paid, right? Because all they doing is copying signals right there. Okay, if this making sense, drop some 777s in the chat box. If this making sense, drop some 777s in the chat box. If this making sense. Because you're gonna have floods of people coming in. But if a person off the streets hit you up and say, hey, look, I want to make money today, you should be able to actually take your time out to get them set up right away, get them paid right away, get them withdraw right away. They don't even have to learn how to trade. People should be able to actually make money without even understanding and knowing what Forex is. People should be able to actually make money without even knowing what HFX is. People should be able to make money that's off the strength of taking a signal easily. So with you too, what you have to do, you need to start putting money in a trading account, and you need to make sure that you actually doing this too. Why would you not want to make money from the products and you talking about building a six-figure business? Why would you not want to make money from the products and you want to help other people get paid, but you're not getting paid yourself? What sense do that make? It doesn't make sense. How are you going to thrive in a business world if you're not leveraging and being a product and leading by example yourself? It's like you playing yourself. And until you stop looking for other people to make money and you start making money yourself, it's gonna be a cycle. I'm telling you, I went through it myself. Right? Cool. That's the profit system. And that's the profit system. Very easy, very simplistic. And apps like Steady and apps like Steady and apps like how do you say it? Swipecoin, they actually have tutorial videos inside of it that shows the average person how to take a signal, and it shows them how to operate and take a signal and everything too, right? It shows them. You guys want to take the time out and look through it yourself so you can understand it. Very easy, very simplistic. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so we got that. So next thing. Cool. So now let's move into showing the plan. So that's the profit system. Very easy, very simplistic. Boom. You got that. You can talk to 100 people. Takes about 30 minutes to get them set up. Boom, boom, boom. They got signals. Boom, boom. You good. Right? So next thing, let's talk about showing a plan. So being that you're IBO, being that you are a business, you don't have a business, you are the business. You are the business. You are the business, right? So knowing this, everyone wants to apply this concept. It's called the LAT concept. So what the LAT concept basically means is this: you want to learn, apply, and teach it. That's how you want to structure and run your business. LAT, learn, apply, teach. If you're ever learning something and not teaching it, that means that you're self-employed. Because if you don't teach it to the people that's coming after you, you're gonna always be self-employed in your own business. You don't want to do that. You want to delegate by teaching. You delegate by teaching. Cool. So understand this, guys. So when it comes to showing a plan, when it comes to sharing a plan about what it is that you do, it has to be structured. It has to be structured to everything that you are doing. Everything that you do, it has to be structured to everything that you are doing. When learning how to present, you want to study every single detail from what the speaker said to what the speaker said to what they showed, how long they spent on that certain topic. When you're wanting to learn how to show the plan, you have to study an individual that's been doing this longer than you, and you want to study every detail to the T. How was they opening? How long was they on each slide? What was the words that they said out their mouth? What was their tonality what was the tonality that they had? What was their deliverance? How was their deliverance? Right? How was their closure? You want to study every little detail to the T, right? So number one, introduction. When it comes to, because again, you need to learn it because you have a company, you are a business. So number one, introduction. You want to talk about a personal testimony. Introduction. You want to talk about a personal testimonial on how has Forex, HFX, or cryptocurrency changed your life. It doesn't just always have to be Forex. So you want to give a personal testimonial on how Forex, HFX, or cryptocurrency changed your life. And also talk about who are you? Because the main thing you can be talking about what you do, but people don't join vehicles. People join you. Who are you? Your relatability and your introduction is what captures them like that. You got to think about it. If you're a business owner, it's sales. You you know I can't dumb it down, but it's an introduction. People gonna buy your story before they buy your product. People always buy the story. People don't even buy products. They buy the story. People buy products and then they buy the people buy stories then they buy the products. Right. So that's the introduction. That's how the introduction want to go. Number two, you want to be able to thoroughly break down what is forex or what is HFX or what is DCX, which is cryptocurrency, right? You should memorize to the point where you know every single slide on a prezo. You should be able to memorize to the point where you know every single slide, where you can say the presentation without even looking at the slideshow. You want to get to that point because there's levels to it. When you can get to that point where you memorize the slideshow word for word without you having to see it, you can do a presentation. You got it down pat. That's the level of thinking that you want to get to, right? My man Riyad Jones, he did a presentation in the dark before. We did plenty of prezos without the slides. You want to be able to do that too as well too. That's when you got it in your heart. That's when you know that it's inside of you. That's when you move into professionalism status because you are a company, right? Cool. You need to be able to recite every single slide on your PowerPoint. That's very important. An example on explaining it. How have you I'm gonna give you guys an example. So if I'm explaining forex, FRX, or anything with currency trading, it doesn't matter if it's forex, it doesn't matter if it's HFX. I say the same thing every presentation. So an example on explaining it. I'm gonna break down. Have you ever been outside of the country? So understand this, guys. This is how I break down what forex is. I'm gonna give you guys an example. I'll say something like this to put things in perspective because your words paint a picture. So I'll say something like this. I'll be like, yeah, so pretty much what forex is, this basically a $7 trillion per day market. This market, it actually consists of all the world currencies, meaning money being traded and being exchanged for one another. So we have like the American money, Japanese money, Egyptian. I'm putting things in perspective so they can understand it. So an example is this: as long as you have a cell phone or a laptop, right, you can actually participate in this market. So you can be at school, you can be at work, you can be on the road. It doesn't matter. As long as you have internet, you can actually access this $7 trillion per day market. It's available to anybody. So this is the thing. Let's just say, per se, I was gonna go over to Mexico tomorrow, right? I can't use my US dollars in Mexico, correct? No, I cannot. I have to exchange it for the pesos. But since our US dollar is actually worth and value way more money in other countries, there's an exchange profit being made. So instead of going there in person to make that exchange, we're doing it from our cell phones every day digitally because we're trading in a digital market that does $7 trillion per day. The FRX market, the HFX market, same concept. Have you ever been to the airport? You ever get off the plane and seen those foreign currency booths? It's the same thing that they're doing because they know. It's the same thing that they're doing, but we're doing it from our phone. It's that simple. Guys, you want to be able to actually give an example like that. It's very easy, very simplistic, guys. You have to be able to paint the picture for people in their head because if they, as you explaining it, they should be like, that makes sense, right? If a person not shaking their head, you got to be able to read body language. If a person not shaking their head or like they not understanding what you're saying, because it's all about understanding, right? Hope that makes sense. If that makes sense, drop some ones in the chat box, right? Just so I can know that you guys are still with me. Drop some ones in the chat box if you still following me, if you understand what I'm saying. I'm telling you, y'all stuff about to go to another level. Okay, cool. So this is the thing too, another thing. So one thing when it comes to you explaining your business, explaining your opportunity to the world, to people, is one thing is this: you have to dumb it down. Guys, you're talking to the average mind. They don't know nothing about investing. They don't understand it. So you have to dumb it down to like Forex for dummies. You have to dumb it down. Dumb it down to people for them to understand. right? An example, I can't be talking about no Rich and Millies to people that come from the hood. They don't even know what a Rich and Millie is. That's a watch. You see what I'm saying? You got to be able to put things in perspective from how they actually see it. I hope that makes sense, right? I can't be talking about this thing. When I'm showing a plan, I can't be talking about $1 million, $10 million to a crowd of people that's only bringing in $30,000, $40,000 a year. I could be talking about 600 a month, 1,000 a month. That's a lot to their brain. That's a lot for them to understand. So you got to reach people where they at. Y'all understand? Cool, cool, cool. Next thing, I want to talk about. Um, Another thing when it comes to you actually showing a plan, you want to be able to break this down as well too. So banks trade your money. You want to help them understand from this perspective. If you're talking to somebody that's a little bit older as well too, banks trade your money in the market, right? The banks trade your money in the market, right? You gave over the rights. You gave over the rights to your money to them. Why did you give over the rights to your money to the bank? I'm putting things in perspective. This is sales. Put things in perspective. So you gave over the rights to your money to them. And you didn't, the reason why you didn't know that is because when you sign up for that savings account, you didn't read the terms and conditions. They're actually investing your money in the foreign exchange market. I'm gonna prove it to you. See, when you go into your bank account, do you ever get charged those little small interest fees? See, you didn't read the fine print. You didn't read the terms and conditions when you signed the paper. See, under the terms and conditions, it literally said that they're going to invest your money, but you didn't read the fine print. So guess what? They're investing your money every single day in a $7 trillion per day market and not even giving you a percentage of it, the money that they're actually making. Right. And then that's going to hit them with I didn't know that. That makes sense. You said, I hope this, you got to put things in perspective for them to understand it. Right. People get sold before the idea even hit them. Right. So this is the thing. So now that you understand that, if you take the banks out the picture, so you can see 100% of your profit. So now you're telling them this: if you take the banks out the picture, now you can see 100% of your own profits because we show you how to invest it yourself. So instead of them investing for you, you can take the banks out the picture. This is the biggest thing that'll get everybody, get the world. If you take the banks out the picture, we have a platform. I have a vehicle that can show you how you can see 100% of profits yourself. Hope this making sense, right? So understand this, guys. And if I'm also doing this too, let's just say I'm talking to a room. I'm gonna say this: how many people have a savings account in this room? Raise your hand, right? Has your account grew in the past 5 months, or in the past 5 years? Have your account grown in the past 5 years without you having to physically put money into it? 99% of people are going to say no. If you're saying this on an op call, if you're speaking to the public, right? How many people have a savings account? Raise your hand. Has your account grew in the past 5 years without you having to physically put money into your savings account? 99% of people are going to say no, because it's not. Right? So now we have a way to teach you how to multiply your money yourself. So how can you have your money? So how can you have your money work for you? So you don't have to work for it. So I have a vehicle that can show you how to have your money work for you, so you don't have to work for it. Guys, what this is doing is painting a picture for people to understand that they're actually being scammed, that they're actually being ripped off by the regular system. You're putting things in perspective and showing them your system for them to actually invest. And guess what? They're going to want to get started based off of understanding of this perspective. Guys, you're dealing with sales. Sales is understanding. Sales is not selling people on an idea. People buy into understanding. They're buying your understanding on why you do it. So if they understand it, it doesn't matter how much something costs. They're going to pay it because they understand that they're being scammed by the bank. Hope this makes sense. Another thing, when breaking it down, understand this. When breaking it down like this, now you have a point. Now you have something called a pain point. You want to write that down? It's called a pain point. When you're breaking it down in context like this, right? Now you have something called a pain point, and they have to understand. See, what a pain point is, you're touching their heart. They can't leave that conversation. They can't leave your conversation not thinking about what you just told them. If they do, they know that they plan themselves. Because if a person told me that, and you can't say the wrong things to the right person. If a person told me that, I'm gonna listen and I'm gonna take their business model and run with it because I want to learn how to do what the banks are doing. Hope this makes sense. Third thing. 1 second. I need some drink. Y'all getting sauce right now. This is y'all getting training. Let's go. Let's go in and put some fire in the chat box. Y'all getting sauce. Let's go in and put some fire in the chat box. Right? Let's go in and put some fire in the chat box. It's heating up. We heating up. All right, let's go. So number third, when showing a plan, you want to know how to explain I'm Academy. And I truly believe a reason why a lot of people don't level up is because they're not educated. I'm educating you guys on how the professionals think. So third, you want to know how to explain I'm Academy. You're in a vehicle. Check this out. What's crazy is this. You're in a vehicle talking about you want to change your life, but you don't even know the back end of the company that you're in. You don't know the facts of the company that you're in. You don't know the back end of the success. You don't know the leadership. You don't know you got to know these things. You have a business. You have a company. This is not just an opportunity. This is a business. So you have to know how to explain the company that you're in to the average person, because if you can't explain it, you're going to sit there with a question mark on your head like, I just really played myself. You got to know this is like professional stuff. So I understand this. So know how to explain I'm Academy. So write this down. First point. I'm Academy was founded in 2013 by our CEO, Christopher Terry. I'm Academy was founded in 2013 by our CEO, Christopher Terry. Second point. I'm talking about also, when you're explaining I'm Academy, you're talking about the products. It's a company. It's a vehicle. The CEO, founded in 2013. You're talking about what the company has to offer. Products, the tools, and the resources that we produce, that we provide, what an average person can come into this space and see results within their first 24 to 48 hours without them even knowing what the word Forex actually means. I'm gonna say it again. Well, I'm Academy. You're talking to them about the products, the tools, and the resources that we provide as a vehicle, where the average person can come into this space and see results within their first 24 to 48 hours without them even knowing what the word Forex actually means. An example, Walmart doesn't sell products, but Walmart is a distributor. It's a middleman. See, you are a middleman. Knowing that, you have a vehicle, you are a distributor, and you're distributing the product that you did not create to customers. That's what Walmart does. Walmart is the middleman. Walmart doesn't sell products, but Walmart sell other people's products to the customers. You got to think with that state of mind. You got to think like that. You see what I'm saying? That's why I say you're not in a vehicle. You are a business. You're leveraging. See, some of y'all think from the perspective that you don't think from this perspective. You got to think like this, right? So that's why I say it don't matter where you at. You're going to win no matter where you at, understanding these basic principles. So understand this. Another thing, when explaining I'm Academy, you want to also understand and know this. It doesn't matter if you're 10 years old. It doesn't matter if you're 70 years old. Everybody can learn this skill set, right? It doesn't matter if you're 10 years old. Doesn't matter if you're 70 years old. Everybody can learn this skill set, right? Then you want to reassure them this is not hard to learn. It's very duplicatable and easy. You want to say it again. This isn't hard to learn. It's very duplicatable and easy. Why? Because you are a distributor. You're leveraging I'm Academy products. I'm going to remind you again, what's I'm Academy products? You're leveraging their products. You are a distributor. Boom. You are the middleman. Look. Right? So knowing that, then you want to filter and show them the product. So after you break that down, and you tell them that it's easy and duplicatable, that's when you want to show them HFX. That's when you want to show them go live. That's when you want to show them swipe coin. That's when you want to show them steady, right? That's when you want to show them the products, right? Show the plan. That's what an overview is. So what an overview is, you want to write this down. What an overview is? An overview is basically you're breaking down this to them, and then you're gonna give them an overview of how the products actually work. That's what that basically is, right? Or you can have them watch a 5 to 10 minute video. But that's what an overview is. I hope that I'm putting this in perspective. So another thing, you can also walk them through go live. You can also walk your customers through go live. Matthew Thayer, I'm going to edify Matthew Thayer. I'm going to edify him on how he turned $500 into $13 million. So when it comes to Matthew Thayer, I'm going to edify, if I'm talking about HFX, I'm going to edify how Matthew Thayer turned a $500 trading account to $13 million. That's the nugget. That's what you can say, right? So with Jim, check this out. Matt actually has a video created in his recordings. Matthew Thayer actually have a video created in his recordings showing how he made $2 million. You want to find that video today. Matthew Thayer actually have a video created in his recordings showing how he made $2 million in less than 10 minutes. Right? You want to show them that because seeing is believing. Right? And you want to tell them, look, this is who you have access to. My man's made $2 million in 10 minutes. He has a video where he made $2 million in 10 minutes, right? If he's putting $500,000 down on a trade, I will put $50 down on a trade easily. If he's risking $500,000 on a trade, he really knows that it's going to go his way. You're putting things in perspective. And as you put things in perspective, they're buying into the idea. Not, guys, and this is the thing. The product that you have works, but you're just putting it in perspective like this for them to understand. It makes sense, right? You want to know how to close? This is how you close at an easy rate. Next thing you want to do, you want to also talk about the scanners. Whether you're talking about Cash Trap for HFX, that's a scanner. Whether you're talking about the harmonic scanner for Forex, that's a scanner. Or whether you're talking about the DCX scanner for cryptocurrency. So you got Go Live, you got the scanners. You're leveraging the products. Very easy, very simplistic. So lastly, imagine we're still on showing the plan. We're still talking about showing the plan. Lastly, when you get into the residual side of showing the plan, you want to edify the closer, and pass the mic. You want to edify the closer, the person that's going to close, and pass the mic. Okay, cool. Next thing. Cool. So that's pretty much that. If y'all got that, if that made sense, drop some 777s in the chat box. If that made sense, drop some 777s in the chat box. Okay, perfect. So the next topic that I want to actually get into, I want to actually talk about. Okay, cool. I want to actually talk about closing. I want to talk about closing. So let's talk about closing. So now that we got showing the plan, let's talk about closing. So closing is this is one of the most important parts as well too. So getting into closing, you have to understand this. You have to have fun with it. You have to have fun with it when you're closing. Have to have fun with it. You have to be able to shift their perspective. You guys, closing is not closing with a price. Closing is closing, shifting their perspective on how they view money. You want to write that down. Closing is shifting their perspective on how the average person views money. If they're not investing, if they work a job, they have a flawed perspective on money. You're talking to the average mindset. So understand this, guys. Another thing you want to understand, you can also hit chairman without 500 people, right? Only way that you can do that is through elite packages. I thought I had to say that because it's 195 GV for the elite package, and going chairman, right? It's about 72,500 to go chairman, and the elite package give you 195 GV, right? So you can actually go chairman without 500 customers because it goes off of volume. If you was wondering that, so understand this, guys. When it comes to closing, confidence leads to compensation. When it comes to closing, confidence leads to compensation. You have to be confident in what you're selling. Confidence comes from being educated. Confidence comes from knowing. Confidence comes from being educated, and confidence also comes from knowing. That's where see. If I'm educated on everything that I have to offer, if I know what I have to offer, I'm gonna be confident. That's it. That's point blank, guys. If you're not confident, it goes back to you not properly educated on the products and services that you have access to, and you're not using them. That's why you don't have no confidence. So that's what confidence leads to compensation. Point blank. Period. Remember what I told you. It's never the vehicle. It's never what you have your hands on. It's always about you as a person. Right. Next thing, people don't join I'm Academy. They join people. You have to understand that. Biggest thing, people are not gonna join the company. They're gonna join you. Guys, I literally have people that will just join me based off of who I am as a person. It doesn't matter about what I do. It's just that they want to be around my presence. I'm gonna say it again. It's people that want to join me, not off the strength of what I do, but they want to join me based off of who I am as a person. You see what I'm saying? That's how it is because you are a business. You didn't create I'm Academy. You are a business. I hope this makes sense. So another thing when it comes to closing, one thing you have to know in sales is the buyer is a liar. One thing you need to know in sales, the buyer is a liar. The buyer is a liar. Right? I say that to say people have the 325, people have money, they just don't want to spend it with you. People have money, but they just don't want to spend it with you. People have money. So you got to get them a reason, you got to get them a reason to actually do it. Right? So if a person really want it, they'll go out, they wait, and they'll find the money. In sales, everybody has money because the buyer is a liar. They just don't want to spend it with you. And you got to figure out why they don't want to do that. Right? If a person really wants it, they will go out and find the money. Understand this, guys. You have to always assume the sale. You have to always assume the sale. You have to assume every single sale, every single close. You have to assume the sale. Don't look at the price like the price. Look at the price as an investment. You have to put this in perspective. Don't look at the price like it's a price. Look at it as it's an investment. Because you're getting started to learn how to invest your money that you're actually making. You got to put it in perspective like that. Another thing, right? You have to understand. Oh, another thing, when you're talking to people, you got to put it in perspective like this. You have to understand you spent money on so many things, right? The average person, millennials, they spend money on drip. They spend money on Gucci shoes, Alexander McQueen's, right? Which was probably $600, right? And it's only $325 to start. The thing is this, those Gucci's is not making no money. And because it's not, what is that called? That's called a liability. That designer is not making no money. So what it's called is a liability, right? I hope this is making sense. You got to put things, you got to think about it, right? So understand this, guys. Everywhere we go, our people is spending money on liabilities, right? And we have an asset straight from our cell phones. So you telling me that designer that they, guys, imagine when you're prospecting, this is how you got to talk to them and put it in perspective like them. You see what I'm saying? Right? And we have an asset straight from our cell phones, right? Understand this, guys. And another thing, when a person got started, didn't nobody say they want to be a Forex trader growing up? I want you all to understand this. This is just a vehicle for you. That's it. That's all. This is just point blank a vehicle for you to be able to make 6 and 7 figures. Point blank, period. It's just a vehicle. Didn't nobody grow up and say they want to be a Forex trader. Point blank, period. You see what I'm saying? So that's that. So drop some 333s in the chat box if that made sense when it came to closing. Drop some 333s in the chat box if that made sense, if you guys understood when it comes to closing. Okay, cool. Next thing. Um, Next topic I want to talk. I got two more topics and then I'm done. Two more topics and then I'm done. Cool, cool, cool. We'll be done. Sheesh. Let's get it. So my next topic I want to talk about energy and excitement. I want to talk about energy and excitement because imagine I'm giving you guys principles that will be able to take your business to 6 and 7 figures, right? And this information I'm giving you, it did not come from me. It came from one of the fastest growing millennium organizations in the world. In the world. And if you were serious about your goal and if you were serious about getting to the next level, right, you would soak it in. You would really soak it in. If you really understood where you want to be and you really want to make 7 figures, this information will be serious to you. It will be serious to you. You'll be paying attention. You will be taking notes. You got to think about it. If a chairman 10 still taking notes, if I'm still taking notes, that means that I'm not where I want to be at. And if I'm getting the game purposely to come back and give it to my squad, don't you think I'm trying to get y'all to the next level too? And get y'all information that the bulk of the world trying to get their hands on? You see what I'm saying? It's access. You see what I'm saying? It's access. You know, people don't just do things for certain reasons. They do things very intentional. We do things very intentional. It's very, very intentional, right? So next thing, energy and excitement. When it comes to energy and excitement, energy, you want to write this down. Energy comes from the inner me. Energy comes from the inner me. Energy comes from the inner me. You're talking about sales. You're talking about being a leader. You have to understand leadership principles. Energy comes from the inner me. Everything you do is going to show up in your business. Everything you do is going to show up in your business, right? So if you wake up with a negative, if you wake up negative, it will show up in your business. If you wake up dull, it will show up in your business, right? If you wake up boring, it will show up in your business, right? If you wake up lit, guess what your team gonna be? Lit. If you wake up lit, guess what your team gonna be? Lit. Hope this makes sense, right? So every single day you need to make a conscious decision, make a conscious choice if you want to be positive or be negative. Every single day you want to make a conscious decision because what you start the day with is going to show up in your business, right? You can choose if you want to have an effect or be affected. You can be talking about energy and excitement. You can choose to if you want to have an effect or be affected, right? So energy comes from the inner me. Number two, your enemy should never be your enemy. Your inner me should never be your enemy. Your inner me should never be your enemy, right? Life and death is in the power of your tongue. A lot of you are speaking things over your business, meaning this. If you say my business is moving slow, you just spoke that. If you say my business is growing, you just spoke that. Literally. You have to understand that. You see what I'm saying? Next thing. Guess what? Second point. Guess what? Everything you speak is correct, whether it's good or bad. Everything that you speak is correct, whether that's good or bad, right? So another thing, don't bring your problems to your business. Guys, you can't bring your feelings to your business. When you're doing business, guys, you cannot bring your personal feelings your personal problems to your business. You got to keep it separate. Mom kicked me out the house. Don't put it in your business. You just broke up a relationship. Don't put it in your business. Keep personal. Like I said, don't bring your problems to your business, right? So understand this, guys. Deuteronomy, I said 3:22 says, do not be afraid, right? Do not be afraid, for the Lord your God will fight for you. You want to write that down? Do not be afraid of the nations there, for the Lord your God will fight for you. So knowing that, sometimes we let circumstances shake us into business. Sometimes we let circumstances shake us into business. Yes and yes. But check this out. In the word circumstance, the word circum means cycle. The word circumstance and the word circumstance, the word circum means cycle. If you are going through something over and over and over, it's a reason for it. If you have a certain circumstance, circle means cycle. If you're going through a cycle, that means that you're going through something over and over and over, but you're going through it for a reason. That's why it's called a circumstance. So that's circle. If you want to change your circumstance, you have to change your stance. So in the word circumstance, you have the word stance. So if you want to change that cycle, you have to change your stance. So understand this. In the word stance, you have the word, see, stance is basically posture. You have to change your posture. You need to change your posture, right? So understand this. You have to be big in your circumstance. So if you want to change the circumstances, you have to change your posture. So if you change your posture, that's when the cycle stops. I hope this is making sense, right? Imagine we're talking about what? Bringing energy and excitement. We're talking about not bringing your problems into your business. You want to change those circumstances, you got to change your posture, right? Another thing, when it comes to your business, when it comes to you, it's not money that you need. I hope y'all catch it now. It's not, yeah, you want the money. We all listen, yeah, 1,000%. But what you need right now in Kings 1:3-7, Kings 1:3-7, what King Solomon asked God for, he asked God for wisdom. He asked God for an understanding heart to understand the information, right? He asked God for wisdom, and he asked for understanding heart to be able to understand the wisdom that he's getting. And he also asked God for a gratitude in his heart so he can have a thankful and grateful attitude to lead his people. Guys, you are a CEO. You have to lead people. So you have to move with gratitude in your heart. And you need wisdom, which is information, and you need to understand the only information to be able to get it. So what King Solomon did, he didn't ask God for money, riches, influence. He asked God for wisdom, understanding, and a gratitude in his heart to be able to lead his people. So when you do that and you ask God for it every single day, he graciously give it to you. You're going to be way more, what we talking about? Effective. You see what I'm saying? Guys, I'm not going to tell you to do anything that seven-figure earners are not doing. I haven't made seven figures yet, but this is nuggets that's getting passed down from me from people that's already making seven figures. So I'm like, yo, they do it, I'm going to do the same thing that they're actually doing. Guys, nothing is, I want you guys to know if you're listening, right? Drop some tools in the chat box if you're listening. If you're listening to make sense, drop some tools in the chat box. What you have to understand on these Zoom links, you know, these people are not just giving this information for no reason. Do you think that we just do calls for no reason? Do you think that we just study this information for no reason? Do you think we just take notes from no? Guys, it's very intentional on why it's being given out, right? So that's pretty much energy and excitement. Pretty much energy and excitement. So I got two more topics I want to go over, and then we're gonna go ahead and actually wrap it up. I got two more trainings, two more. I gotta get through, and we're gonna go ahead and actually wrap it up, right? What was this called? This was called a 2-hour lock-in. It's called a 2-hour lock-in, right? So this is the thing. Matter of fact, if y'all want to end it right here, go ahead and drop some 777s in the chat box, and we can carry on to tomorrow. Or if y'all just want to go ahead and get it out the way right now, drop some 222s in the chat box. So 7 to finish the training tomorrow, or 2 to just get it done right now, right? Y'all in mode. I know y'all in mode. Hey, so let's get it. So cool. So my next topic I want to talk about the perfect invite. So my next topic, I want to talk about the perfect invite. So when it comes to the perfect invite, this goes for Zoom calls, this goes for opportunity calls, this goes for any events, this goes for everything, right? This is how you expose people to what you're doing. So when it comes to the perfect invite, like I said, this goes for Zoom, events, etc. You want to leverage this formula. So understand this, guys. Number one to the perfect invite. You want to always be in a hurry. Imagine you a CEO. Stop. Don't think from the perspective of where you at right now. Think from the perspective of where you want to be and start showing up as that person every single day. I might not make seven figures, but I'm gonna show up as that person every single day. That's what you got to get in your head right now. Because you made a commitment that you're gonna give this the next couple of months, the next couple of years to get to where you want to go. So why not start showing up as that person right now? Speak how you want to be addressed. Dress how you want to be addressed. You see what I'm saying? So, number one, you want to be in a hurry. Hold yourself as a CEO. If you're a CEO and you earn seven figures, be in a hurry. So you want to be in a hurry. Don't give prospects a lot of time to add. The phone call should be 1 to 3 minutes tops. When you're inviting out, running a perfect invite, the phone call should be 1 to 3 minutes. Guys, you have a business. You don't have the available, guys. A real CEO is not going to give a person 24 hours of their day. You got to schedule their time. So with you, carry yourself as if you don't have all day. Have the conversation 1 to 3 minutes long. I got to go. I got things to do. Number two, to the perfect invite. You want to clear their schedule. Clearing their schedule basically means you want to see if they're available. You want to actually see if they're available. See if they're free for the event. See if they're free for the Zoom call. See if they're free to watch a 10-minute video. That's all clearing their schedule means. Number three, you want to add value. And adding value basically means what it's about. Number four, you want to take it away. Number four, you want to take it away. Number four, you want to take it away. So I'm gonna give you guys two examples on a perfect invite. I'm gonna go very slow so you guys can write this down. So number one, on a perfect invite, you want to give them an example. So I'm gonna give you an example. So let me know if I'm going too fast. So if I'm going too fast for somebody, let me know. So number one, the first example. Ring, 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 ring. Hey, I don't have a lot of time. Right now, but I just came across some information I would love for you to hear. Would you be free around 8 p.m. tonight? Right? Would you be free around 8 p.m. tonight? Are you will? Okay, cool. Hey, listen, right? Hey, listen. I'm going to send you over a Zoom link, right? I don't have a lot of time to talk, but I'm going to send it over to you, okay? I'm going to lock you in for 8 p.m. Okay, I'm gonna lock you in for 8 p.m. Okay, I'm gonna lock you in for 8 p.m. Okay, I have to go because my phone about to die right now. Okay, I'll talk to you later. I'm gonna say it again, very slow. I'm gonna give you guys an example. Ring, ring, ring. If I'm inviting out, I don't have a lot of time, but I just came across some information I would love for you to hear. Number one, be in a hurry. Number two, clear their schedule. Would you be free around 8 p.m. tonight? Would you be free on May 8th? Right? Would you be free for the next 10 minutes, 10-minute video? I'm clearing their schedule. Would you be free around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? They say, yeah, cool. Well, listen. Listen. I'm gonna send you over a Zoom link, right? I said I don't have a lot of time to talk, but I'm going to send it over to you, okay? Right? I'm going to lock you in for 8 p.m., okay? I don't have a lot of time. I gotta go because my phone about to die right now. But I'll talk to you later, okay? Boom, hang up the phone. That's one example of the perfect invite. I was 1 to 3 minutes long. I said ring ring. I don't have a lot of time. So that's the first way. The second way is this. I'm gonna give you guys a second example. The second way is this. Ring ring ring. Hey girl, how you doing? Listen, I know you busy right now, but I have some information I just came across. Right? And I need you to hear it. Yo, are you free around 8 p.m. tonight? Hey, listen, girl, I don't have it. Look, are you free around 8 p.m. tonight? I'm clearing their schedule. Are you is? Listen, girl, I don't have a lot of time to talk on my phone on 2%, but you have Zoom downloaded, right? You got Zoom Cloud Meeting downloaded, right? You do? Okay, cool. I'm gonna send you over a Zoom link and I'm going to call you as soon as it's done, okay? I'm gonna talk to you in a little bit, okay? I gotta go. Boom. That's the second one. I'm gonna say it again. Ring, ring, ring. Hey, listen, girl. How you doing? Watch this. Watch this. Nah, V. Watch this. Ring, ring. Hey, listen. Ring, ring. Hold on. Hey, listen, girl. How you doing? Listen. I know you busy right now. I know you busy, but I have some information I just came across, and I need you to hear it. Are you free around 8 p.m. tonight? Are you free around 8 p.m. today? Right? Listen, girl. I don't have a lot of time to talk. My phone actually on 2%. It's about to die right now. But do you guys Zoom download it? Right? You guys Zoom download it? Okay, cool, cool, cool. I'm gonna send you over a Zoom link, and I'm gonna call you as soon as it's done. I'm gonna talk to you in a little. I'm gonna talk to you in a little. Okay? I gotta go. Boom. That's it. That's two examples on the perfect invite. That's two examples on how you can actually invite out. What was I? I was being in a hurry. I cleared their schedule. I added value. And then I took it away. Right? If this made sense, drop some 222s in the chat box. If this made sense. Because I don't just want to talk. I want you guys to understand what I'm actually comprehending. I release tension. Okay, cool. So understand this, guys. The key to this, the thing about it is, you know your people. See, understand this. The key to this when inviting out, the thing about it is, you know your people, you know your audience, you know your people. Talk to them the way you talk to them, and you have to cut it short. You have a lot to do. Make it plain and simple, family. Right? So, family. The thing about it is, you know your people. You have to talk to them the way that you talk to them, right? And you have to cut it short and keep it simple, plain and simple, family. That's it. That's all. That's all inviting out is, right? And understand this, guys. With your org, you all can do something. Oh, another thing. This is another thing. When inviting out to an event or when inviting out to an opportunity call, and you want to do it as a collective with your organization, right? Because you know you building a business. These are just ideas. With your org, you all can do something called a power hour. You all can do something called a power hour. And what a power hour is, well, y'all just invite out. Y'all get together and y'all just invite out. You can do this on a Zoom link, or you can do this as at a crib or a launch pad, right? So a power hour is basically what all of you guys just invite out for a whole hour. That's all a power hour is. And you can do this on a Zoom link, or you can do this on a launch pad. So understand this, guys. So when everyone's on the phone running a perfect invite, because this is called a power hour, right? When everyone's on the phone running a perfect invite, that's why, and yeah, that's why you have to have a huge list. So if I'm inviting out to a Zoom call, or I'm inviting out to a event, everyone's on the phone running a perfect invite. This is what that's for, right? So understand this, guys. Once someone gets a confirmation for an event or somebody plugged into the opportunity call, you want to scream right after the confirmation. Listen, once somebody get a confirmation, y'all run the power hour. Once somebody get a confirmation, you want to scream right after the confirmation to show everybody that you're working. To show everybody that you're working. This is called accountability. You want to scream right afterwards to show everybody that you're actually working. This is called accountability. Right? I hope this is making sense. I'm talking to Madru. I'm talking to you because you have a company. I'm telling you how you can run trainings. You see what I'm saying? So understand this, guys. If y'all on Zoom running the power hour as an organization, y'all can scream by unmuting yourself and screaming. Right? So if you're on Zoom, y'all all got y'all lines muted on Zoom. Y'all doing phone work, right? The moment you get a confirmation, unmute yourself and you scream. Let them know that you actually working. See what this does is this is called big accountability. We talked about it the other day on a leadership call. Solid, structure, order, right? Structure, order, love, integrity, and discipline. Boom, right? So that's pretty much under perfect invite. If that made sense, drop some 333s in the chat box. We got one more topic. Drop some 333s in the chat box if that makes sense. This is all. We got one more topic. 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 Cool. We got 20 people on the call. Where everybody at? Okay, there we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, cool. Last topic. So when it comes to edification, so I want to talk about edification. I want to touch up on edification just for a little bit. But when it comes to edification, um, this is the most important skill set of this training, edification. And the reason I say this is important is because it is, guys. Guys, when you are a company, you are a business, right? You are a business. You are not in an opportunity. You are a business. So when it comes to edification, and edifying leaders and edifying a speaker, guys, you have to. Oh my, like, look, act like the person you want to be 6 months from now. Act like the person you want to be 10 months from now, 12 months from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now. Act like that person now, right? So edification, one of the most important skill sets you can learn in leadership. So when you're edifying, guys, you want to edify the speaker, and you want to edify in this thing. You should be able to edify anything, guys. Your edification want to get to the point where you can edify a phone, where you can edify a light, where you can edify a painting, where you can edify a notebook, where you can edify a pen. Edification is not just edifying people. Edifying, you should be able to edify anything. This is a skill that you need to practice and learn. You can edify some AirPods, right? So edification is a skill set that you're going to need in entrepreneurship. And you should be able to get to the point where you can edify anything. Guys, I'm telling you how to be more effective. Imagine, this training is called separation season, right? You guys getting everything that to separate you guys from everybody else, separation season. So understand this. When edifying, anytime you do an opportunity call, or you're around a mentor or anything that's of value, a product that you're edifying, because imagine when you're showing a plan, you're edifying a product to the buyer. You're a seller edifying a product to the buyer. So you have to speak very, very well. You want to edify that thing like it's the most important thing since bottled water. Listen, you want to edify something like it's the last best thing since they put water in a bottle and sold it and called it bottled water. You know what I'm saying? That's how you want to edify, right? So understand this. When you're edifying a person, guys, you want to start addressing the other leaders in the organization, or just any and everybody, from a Mr. and Mrs. aspect. You want to address them by their last name always. Because if I run a company, if I run a business, and I actually make 7 figures, 8 figures, wouldn't I want to be addressed by my last name? It's a status quo. It's a way that it's a level of authority right there. I didn't help millions of people earn millions of dollars. Wouldn't you want to be addressed by your last name as a sign of respect? So when you're edifying, you want to start addressing everybody by their last name, Mrs. and Mrs. Like an example, Mr. Dupree, Mr. Bill. You see what I'm saying? You want to address them by their last name. Because what it does is, guys, you have a business, you have a company. See, a prospect and a customer that's looking at your business, what they know is what you say. So perception is the world. You can be any and everybody to any and everybody because other people don't know you. So you want to address people by their last name always when edifying somebody on a training or anything like that. Another thing, you want to speak with excellence. You want to speak with, the reason I say this is because, guys, I'm telling you, people take you far more serious based on who you are, because people join people, they don't join companies, right? So this is the thing. I know I'm from Chicago. I know I'm from the bottom, but I should be able to speak to somebody on the streets because I come from the bottom. And I should also be able to sit at the table with CEOs that's making 7 figures, even though I come from the bottom, because of my verbiage, because of my language. You should be able to do the same thing, guys. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to speak from the bottom all the time because it's different crowds and different peoples. I'm showing y'all the psychology part. So you want to always speak with excellence, right? Speak with excellence. So speak with excellence. Speak like you're a CEO. Speak like you're a president. If I was a president, if I was a CEO, if I was like Jay-Z or Kanye West, how would they speak? For my women on the line, Stormy Wellington, you want to speak like that, right? I hope this is making sense. Speak with that. So this is something that you can actually practice instead of saying tweaking in the event. I'm gonna use a different word. It's something called a thesaurus. You want to download this thing called a thesaurus, because what a thesaurus does, it stretches your vocabulary. See, edification and speaking in this manner, right? Manner, I said manner. It changes the perception on how people view you in a good way in business. So a thesaurus, you could take an average word, put it in a thesaurus, and it's gonna give you other words that relate right back to that. It's called a thesaurus. You want to download that on your phone. Very, very important when it comes to business. You see what I'm saying? Instead of saying I have a group of leaders, I'm gonna say I have a committee. You see my committee, New Era's committee. You see what I'm saying? It's a different verb. It's a different language. If you want to be a millionaire, let people address you how you're addressing yourself. You see what I'm saying? When you walk into the room, doing a presentation, go to H&M, things like that. Go buy nice stuff, because people are gonna treat you how you address yourself. I'm telling you guys this. It's a different posture. It's a different posture. You have to address yourself how you want to be addressed. So that's that. So what I want to do really fast is, last thing, and I'm done. We're about to wrap it up. I want to go over the edification triangle just really fast. Most of you guys already know it, but I'm gonna go over just in a different sense. So when it comes to edification triangle, this is what you're doing when you're edifying a mentor over the phone, edifying somebody over in a live prezo or anything. So in the edification triangle, draw a triangle on your paper. Put you at the top, YOU. And then on one corner put the mentor, and then the other corner put the prospect. Right? So when it comes to edification, you as a distributor, when it comes to sales, you're leveraging your mentor because your mentor has a title. They've been doing this longer than you, but your prospect doesn't know your mentor. So you want to bridge that gap. You want to be able to introduce both parties. This is when edification comes in. Imagine, when you're edifying your mentor, address them by their last name. So if I'm edifying, I need somebody to edify. I'm gonna edify Jalen Pate. Jalen Pate. So if I'm edifying Jalen Pate to my prospect, I'm gonna be something like this. Hey, Darius, I actually have my mentor, Mr. Pate, on the line. It's truly a blessing, truly an honor to have Mr. Pate on the line, because Mr. Pate is somebody that's exquisite in everything that he do. He's a very individual. He has a booked up schedule. Because this individual is constantly, impacting the world. Right? Every time you look up, this individual is giving out. He has a heart of gold. Right? When he walk into the room, people just feel his energy because they know he's different. You see what I'm saying? So, Mr. Pate took out his time to hop on his phone call just to speak to you guys. You don't understand how busy this man is. You don't understand that this man's time is very, very, very valuable. You don't understand the level of reach and impact that this man has. But he took out his time to get on the phone to speak with you. And I really want you to not take that for granted. I know it's your first time hearing the information, but I need you to know who this is on the phone. Very important. So, Mr. Pate, Darius, boom. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? It's next level. You see what I'm saying? Be addressed how you want to be addressed. So if I'm edifying a prospect, like, hey, Darius, I actually have Mr. Pate on the line. Hey, Mr. Pate, I actually have Darius. He said you make it look so easy. It's practice. So, hey, hey, Darius, I actually have Mr. Pate on the line. Darius, I'm tweaking. Mr. Pate, I actually have Darius on the line. Darius is somebody I actually met, at the mall. But when I actually came across Darius, this is somebody that was dressed very well. This is somebody that looked like he carried himself in a manner of, that he's a very focused individual. He have high standards. He's a very ambitious individual. And when I came across him, we just connected. The energy was good. And I could definitely feel the vibes, and I can tell that, one thing that I understand is that a winner can always spot a winner. And when I spotted, Darius, this man looked like a winner. So, I opened up, I introduced myself, and I showed him what it is that I do, and we ended up connecting. But Darius just got done watching and being exposed to what it is that we actually have to offer, and I just thought I would get Darius on the line with you, my mentor. You, Mr. Pate, because you've been doing this way longer than me. So Darius, Mr. Pate, Darius, boom, bridge the gap. That's it, guys. Y'all see the edification on fleek, edification on fleek. See what I'm saying? Edification on fleek, edification on. It's a different presence. See, what I'm teaching you guys is this. I'm teaching you guys how to build yourself different. Because if you start moving like this right now, it don't matter how old you is. It don't matter where you at in your business. If you start walking like this, people are gonna start treating you the way that you speak. They're gonna start treating you the way that you actually addressing yourself. I promise you, it works. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying this for a minute. Guys, I've been in business, and me coming up, being a millennium, 19, 20 years old, I was attracting a lot of kids in my business. Why? Because I was wearing hoodies to events. I was, doing this, doing that. And I'm just like, I'm attracting kids in my business, and kids, they don't have no vision. They just in for the hype. I'm like, how do I actually attract real business owners? How do I actually attract, real quality people in my business? And that's when I had to switch up my flow. 1,000%. I had to grow, I had to change. And as I began to change and grow, now I can track other people that's like, 21 years old, that's earning 7 figures, that's earning multiple 6 figures, because I come to the table with a little bit different game. I can't have the 19-year-old JVO mindset coming from the south side of Chicago, just, y'all tweaking. Nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got to be able to actually sit at the table with CEOs and things like that. So I'm telling you guys the same thing. When you start moving like this, I guarantee you for a fact, you're going to see change. You're going to see a shift. So that's the edification, guys. I do not want to be long at all. But I'm very glad that I actually did this call. The reason I'm glad I did this call, to give you guys information to be able to separate yourself, because this is called separation season. Guys, you're learning the skills to build up the skills for yourself. It's not the vehicle that you're in. It's not the product. It's not the vehicle. You just got to get educated on it. It's you as a person. I just gave you guys practical information for you to actually understand, for you to actually get a better understanding on it. And if you apply this, watch what happens to your business. I promise you it's going to sustain. People bound to people before they bound to companies. They bound to you before they bound to companies. The more quality your deliverance is, the more quality your appearance is, the more quality your verbiage is, the better quality of people you're going to actually attract. You see what I'm saying? So, cool. So that's pretty much that, guys. This was everything that I actually want to give you all. This call is recorded. I highly recommend you get the recording. I'm gonna drop it in the group chat after I put it on YouTube. You guys can study it, give it to your teams and things like that. And yeah, pretty much yeah, I did this training. I'm putting everything on YouTube just so you guys can go back and rewatch it. Because it's a lot of impactful information. I promise you. And the ones that study it, watch what happened with the shift. If you don't catch it now, you're gonna see later down the line.